I would like to go over the assignment. In this assignment, you will work with processing a form that has checkboxes that all share the same name. The easiest way to work with checkboxes, because they can return multiple values, is to code them as an array. You will need to go into your HTML code and add the brackets to the value of the name attribute. So here we see the name attribute is all the same, and I have added the brackets. Therefore, the values will all be returned as an array. Because the values are an array, we can use the for each loop in order to loop through the array and retrieve the individual values and show the user what they ordered. On this page, there are two text boxes, and they are validated with HTML5, so they need to fill it out. Now, the user doesn't have to choose a topping. Our one-size pizza sells for $7.95. They can order additional toppings for $1 each. You will be using a control structure to determine whether or not the checkboxes were checked. If they were checked, then you need to find out how many there were and what the items are that the person is going to have on the pizza. If they did not check any, then we assume they are ordering a plain pizza for $7.95, and we need to give them a message. In either case, we will be presenting the user with some information. When I click on the button, here's my response page. I have one message here. You did not order any extra topping, so you will receive our traditional cheese pizza. I also see my name, my phone number, and the total cost. The total cost doesn't have to be in red, and this content doesn't have to be across, it can be down. You can lay this page out however you'd like. However, you need to have a message if they did order the toppings or if they didn't order the toppings. So you will need several placeholders. You could probably do this with one variable in the body. You can do it with two or more, however it makes sense to you. Now I have checked 3 checkboxes. And whenever you work with forms, you always want to test all variations just to make sure that the application is working properly. So I have checked 3 boxes, and when I click the send button, so here's the response page. You have ordered the following 3 toppings, and here are the toppings. Each topping is $1 extra. Here is our total cost. You're going to have to do a little bit of a calculation. You also will be using the count function in order to find out how many boxes were checked, because each box represents the topping. Now I am checking a few more boxes. I click send. Now you can see I have ordered 8 toppings, and here they are. Again, the layout is up to you. You don't have to indent them. And how I did that was with the special character for a blank space in my code. This is very similar to the demo with the checkboxes. I want to see all of the PHP processing, variables, ifs, and loops on top of the doc type. So you may need to set up some variables. I always initialize them to nothing when I start. You will need to retrieve some values. You will need to use the isSet function. Remember that the checkbox only returns values if something is checked. So if something is checked, then we're going to give one message and do a calculation. Else, we do a separate message and there is no calculation. So that is the assignment. It's pretty straightforward. Retrieving the information, displaying it to the user, determining whether the user has toppings on their pizza or not, and if they do have toppings, what it will cost. If they don't have toppings, it will cost $7.95.